Mm-hmm.
So, first things first, we'll just do a quick introduction. I'm Sean Wadsworth.
Curtis Coleman.
Brian Bailey.
Morris West.
And if you all want to introduce yourselves.
I'm Bill Hunt.
Julie Hunt.
Jennifer H.
Tom Leach.
Bill Hunt. I'm also the secretary as well. So, Julie Hunt.
Yes.
And I heard
Jennifer.
Jennifer Leach.
Yep. Leach.
And
Tom
Leach. Yeah. Alright. So preliminary consultation for map 7 lot 120 for subdivision. And what I got in email was wanting to take this, right? This is the lot here.
Up in the corner right there. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. You're pointing at it. Yep.
Lot
Yep.
120, 6 acres.
Yes. 6.73.
Oh, 6.73. Okay.
Yeah.
And you want to split it into 2 lots to be able
Yes,
to build, right?
yes.
So this be a minor subdivision.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
We were told by the surveyors probably end up around 2.5 acres
Yeah.
that we're subdividing off.
2.4.
Yep.
At the that is going to border the
Water
the,
towers.
the water towers, the County Village
Which are
Fire
right
District.
here, right?
Yeah.
This
And
is the
so
lot
and then there'll be about 4.3 left where our home
over
is
here.
located.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Alright.
And so when we came in and we spoke to Kelly, she suggested that we come here and we, tell you what we were planning on doing.
Yep.
And get some input from you.
Yep.
As to what we should be doing. I've started the application, the subdivision application, and I read the 18 pages that accompanies it to tell you how to fill it out.
Yes.
And there's, I'm assuming there's a lot of it that doesn't apply to us.
That's correct.
But I have a few questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
this is informal
Yeah,
preliminary consultation, so we can just talk and help give you some information and you give us some information. Nothing's being decided.
right,
And
Right.
when it actually comes to doing I'm sure you already read this, we have to have a public hearing. So it has to be posted and notified to all the abutters 21 days in advance. Or no, you have to get the stuff to me 21 days in advance and they have to be notified 10 days in advance, something like that.
oh, okay, all right.
I'll get the details to
I
you.
knew
It's also in
there's
all the
30
documents.
days involved in there somehow, so.
Yeah,
okay.
there's time window, there's a bunch of stuff, but it basically boils down to, as long as you submit your application 21 days before our next meeting with all the money to send out the notices to the abutters, then at the next meeting we can have the public hearing to do the subdivision, minor subdivision.
Okay.
If you're ready for next month.
Right, so.
But you would need all this, we'll go through this stuff, you need the survey,
Okay.
blah, blah, all this, all
Yeah.
things, yeah.
All right, that's good to know. I thought we had to wait till your
He'll
next
probably
meeting.
answer most of your questions. Like he's probably gonna
Yes, you can just
explain it
ask,
all.
you can just ask and we'll, yeah.
Yeah, well,
whatever.
I thought we had to wait until your next meeting before we could submit any of it, but,
Yes, in the case of minor subdivision, we can accept the application and hold the hearing all at once.
oh, good,
If it was a major subdivision, you cannot do that.
okay,
So, but in minor subdivision, that's permitted.
okay.
The time, like the,
21
your time is gonna be your deed work and your survey.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's in the process now.
Oh, okay.
HEB is working on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
They
what usually takes the most.
Right, they had all the information because we had to have, my parents, when they owned the property, had to have an easement deed drawn up. Well, the County Village Fire District did, and that had to be drawn up, and HEB did that. And so they came out and did that survey, so they have all that information already. And so that's already being worked on.
Yep.
So, so I'm assuming that they do all of the information having to do with the plat and all that, cause I'm reading through that and I'm going, oh, boy.
Yeah, they're familiar with it.
Yeah. And so they submit all of that then.
I think they give it to you and then you give it to us is generally how it works, but
Yeah.
however, as long as it gets here.
Yeah. So do they have to come to the meeting with us?
Not required,
Okay.
I believe. but
Would it be beneficial?
it's pretty straightforward.
It's probably
Yeah.
not necessary.
It's pretty straightforward. So I
Pretty
think just
easy.
their documentation of the plats and the plans. And
Yeah,
stuff.
You're
okay.
making this way too complicated.
I
Try not to do things
I
twice.
I know, I am.
That's right, and I mean,
Complicated.
I talked to Lorelai at HEB, and she
Yeah.
gave me basically exact specs, like 263 feet of
Yeah.
road frontage, it'll go straight
Yeah.
back, so
Yeah.
she already, they just did the survey in 2019, so she
Okay.
was extremely familiar with the entire piece of land,
Good.
so it,
Right,
hopefully, I talked to her today and they were moving forward, so hopefully we'll have it
yeah.
Good.
soon.
So just so I need to explain to everyone that doesn't know this, this is my son and my daughter-in-law, so
Yeah.
that's why we're
Cost of
all
land and
here.
housing. It's nice to have some acreage
Right,
to be able to do
Right,
it.
right.
Are you Carl's sister?
I'm Carl's sister, and Carl was my dad, yeah.
Oh,
The- the-
okay, yeah, okay.
And this was Carl's property.
Yeah, no.
On Bald Hill, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I am, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
So, the abutters, do I have to provide you with a list of the abutters? Okay, so I think I've looked that all up already. The town of Albany is one of our big ones.
Yep, and the information I can help you after.
Yeah, well, I
Different
actually have
definitions.
that, one of the abutters is in Conway, cause we're on the Albany-Conway town line, so,
Yep.
yeah. And then Tin Mountain's across the street in Conway Village Fire District was, yeah, so,
Albany Town Forest, right.
yeah, in Albany Town Forest, right,
Yeah.
yeah. So, okay, and so I think I have that already, actually. And so, we were just a little concerned about the driveway, but we have to wait for that until we get our subdivision, is that?
So when you get your subdivision plan done, I mean, that's the biggest thing, you don't wanna pay ATV to be here, cause that'll cost you much money you don't need to have. So once they do once they subdivide the lot, you'll have the coordinates is really what the town needs to create the new tax maps, obviously. So we'll have everything, I would assume we would need, and then you'll have, I don't know how many, you said 260 feet of frontage on the new lot. So
Yeah,
you'll meet the requirements, for the driveway anyway.
Yeah.
So you'll be good. It's a little funky there because it's on the hill. You're not gonna use one street, you're gonna use two separate driveways. That's the plan.
right, we do have.
Yeah, I mean, we just have to look at that. I mean, that's something that you probably need a culvert and a paved apron to
Yeah,
get in. Cause
yeah.
I think there is a paved ditch there that's kinda.
There is,
It's gonna
yeah,
just cost you a little bit more, I think, on your end, but
yeah,
the town has to give you a driveway permit there, so.
oh, okay,
So,
Yeah.
you're good, you just gotta go through that requirement, as soon as you
Yeah.
do that, I'll sign that as a road agent, so you'll be,
Alright.
okay,
you'll be
alright,
fine that way. That's gonna be something that you'll need to probably have done to get the subdivision approval, that process, I would assume. So,
At least in
I would fill out a
process.
driveway permit as soon as you know where your driveway is gonna be within a reasonable,
yeah,
and just as long as, the biggest thing is stay 25 feet from the property line.
right, right,
And as long as you do that, just try to figure out where you're gonna rough it in, and then I will sign that as a road agent, not part of this board, but as a road agent.
okay.
And then you'll have that to come back to this board with your plans and stuff.
So can we do that before we get the subdivision approved, or?
I think you can apply for the.
Well, I would, to apply for the driveway permit, you just need to know your coordinates, right?
Okay, yeah,
So like, as soon as like Lorelai can give you that,
yeah,
then I would just come and fill out the driveway permit, and then
Okay.
you would have that. I would think that would be okay, but I mean, as far as a road agent, I'm fine with that.
yeah,
So-
okay.
As long have they put pins in it at all? Have they done any of that survey work there?
No, they haven't physically come up to the property yet, she
Right.
just has all the coordinates on
So,
her computer.
As soon as they do that, that
Yeah.
would be probably the time to then identify where your driveway is.
Okay.
As a road agent, nothing to do with this board,
Right.
I will be fine with that. Then you're gonna have a few things you'll have to do for that lot to make it a legal driveway.
Yeah. And you'll give us the specifications for the culvert and all
Yeah,
of that?
yeah, that's all in the driveway, permit, the driveway standards, which is like
Okay.
one page, it's really basic,
Okay.
so it's pretty easy. So,
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, oh, good, good, I think we can get right on that, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, good,
yeah.
perfect,
The driveway permit's the easiest part.
Yeah, and I think your driveway permit would be like conditionally approved pending approval of subdivision.
Of the
So you have to get technically subdivided first,
Yeah,
but you can apply for them both. You can apply for all these things at the same time, and something's just gonna wait pending the other thing. And it's
okay,
the subdivision has to happen before a driveway permit can be
Yeah,
approved.
because I need a map and lot number for the
Yeah.
driveway permit itself, so.
But you,
yeah,
you should apply for them all just, you know, now
okay, yeah,
If-
yeah, okay,
to move things along. Yeah.
all right. Okay, anything else?
I don't think so. You got any more questions?
I have all of this. No, that was it, the driveway permit, the culvert, the plat requirements. The Conway Village Fire District, as I said, has an easement deed through our property, and we have to provide a copy of that to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I thought I read that,
Yeah.
but,
Any easement deed restrictions, definitely. And HEB should have them on, they should be right on the plat, the map that they make.
yeah,
The plat
oh, okay,
should state what the easement is and reference what the, you know.
okay,
HEB will know about this.
yeah, okay,
Um,
all right,
And I'm just looking through the checklist to see if there's any onerous things that should be waived because this is minor. So this is just starting at the top, filling your name, location. 5 copies of the plat plan. We don't need this really because it's digital. And what do we need? No, we do. We should have it. We'll just keep it.
what's that?
The 5 copies. We'll
The
just
5
keep
copies,
that.
okay,
Yeah.
yep,
This is the notification list. We
Yeah.
definitely need that. Filing fees needed. Permit needed. That'll be the one that's going to be pending, but you'll have a pending permit at that point for your driveway.
okay,
And I can, when you're in here with all your final plan work, as we have, and if we get, actually, we won't get a map and lot number until afterwards, so. That would just be like, that would probably happen like a week after you get your approval, I would assume, so. we
I
can-
don't know the timelines.
Yeah, usually it's pretty quick,
Okay.
so.
okay,
I hope so.
Yep, 7 copies of
Oh.
existing protective, restrictive covenants, deed restrictions, definitely
Yeah.
needed. All applicable state and federal regulations needed. The map, a title block, an approval block. These are all basic, just plat things. Curtis, ask anyone. Number 12, one benchmark tied to a previously established benchmark. This is kind of antiquated with GPS at this point.
That'll be a survey thing,
It's a survey thing, but do
Yeah,
they
'cause they'll
actually
tie
go
it in.
find a?
yeah,
Yeah.
okay, they'll tie it in, yeah.
Okay. Survey location, yes. Water. Yes. Okay. I don't see anything onerous on the checklist that we can get that should be dismissed or
okay,
waived in this case. I don't. It's actually not that long of a checklist. It's pretty standard stuff.
yeah, okay.
Um,
I'm sort of assuming most of this is gonna come from HEB,
that's correct.
yeah,
Nearly all of that.
yeah,
And then here is our minor subdivision fee schedule. If you haven't found this yet,
I have,
you have. Okay, great.
I have,
So hopefully it's pretty straightforward. So submitting this with the appropriate check and we'll be able to move forward.
I'm assuming I'll come in here and Kelly will tell me how much I owe.
Oh, well, I can tell you now.
Yeah.
So administrative fee,
Yeah, and that's the 30.
$100 for a residential lot, $50 per new lot. So that's gonna be $150, I think.
Okay,
right?
both of
If I'm
those.
reading that
All right.
correctly.
Yeah.
Am I reading, you interpret that the same way?
I do, yeah,
He's upside
The
down.
board,
Oh.
yeah, okay. Number of abutters times $7, or each abutter times $7.
yeah,
So from the tax maps, you can get the abutter list.
mm-hmm,
$40 for the public notice in the Sun. Engineer's review is your expense. And recording fees is $30 per sheet, so it should just be the one sheet, one plat to be recorded at the Registry of Deeds.
Okay,
And the L-chip fee of $25.
okay.
I wouldn't think we would need to send this to the town and engineer though.
No.
That's so,
Is that in there?
well, that's would be engineer's review, I would assume that would be our engineer, no?
Oh, yes, right, that's true.
So I don't
If
think-
we needed that. We
Yeah,
don't.
well,
We don't need to have an engineer on the town's end review this.
So does that mean site plan review, is that what you're talking about?
It means like the plans that come from HEB, if they were complicated enough that we didn't feel comfortable as a board reviewing them, we
Yeah.
would say we want the town engineer to review them, and then
Okay.
we'd have to pay for that, but this isn't, I would hope we can handle this.
Straight line.
So is, on this list of the fees, is that under site plan review, that one?
Engineer's review, right there. Up here on the screen. This is, we're just looking at the
this-
fee schedule.
Yeah,
So
I am
engineer's
too.
review, you can
I got
just,
this off your website.
yeah, strike, you can strike that line, there won't be
Okay.
an engineer's fee.
Okay,
Is that answering what you're asking?
yeah, it said site plan review, administration review, filing fee, $200.
Do you have the major? Maybe you have the major, this is
You
the
might have
minor
the major.
Yeah.
subdivision.
Yes.
This was what printed with the minor subdivision checklist, maybe I do
Maybe
it
it
wrong.
printed it wrong or something.
Yeah, the minor
Okay.
subdivision checklist is one page.
Yeah, this one is.
Okay, and it should look like this, but
Yours
Okay.
looks a little.
anyways, there
Yeah, it
will
is a
not
little
be
different, yeah,
a
okay.
site plan review.
Okay,
That's for major.
alright, okay.
So the
This is
sheriff.
probably the sheriff.
The sheriff,
It is.
okay, we didn't do it, I'm telling you that right
Valley Vision.
now. Okay, so they don't need that public, okay.
Hi.
Accidentally set off the alarm.
And
Everything's,
everything's good though, right?
everything's good. Apologies for making you drive out.
Does anyone know how to reset it? I don't. And it still says alarm on the panel.
Put in my code and hit enter.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. If it's good, it's good. But we just got the one alarm, so. I don't know if it'll keep going off or.
It seems to have turned off. We've been here for half.
Oh,
an
it
hour.
was an audible alarm when he came in?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll clear it.
All right.
Alright, have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Anyway, that's what I printed off the website, so.
Okay.
Yeah, it says
It's
page
definitely
3 of
different,
3,
different.
uh,
Cause that says minor, that one doesn't.
form
yeah.
number 10, major / minor subdivision.
Yeah,
No, it's a simplified one or something.
Well, we'll look into that.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you need a new secretary?
We did.
I know a lady.
So,
Yeah,
planning board is seeking members. Alternates, it's actually, so we have, it's a 5-member board, we have our 5 and 2 alternates, and we don't have any alternates right now, so if you're at all interested, it's a great time to sit in on meetings and kind of learn how the process goes, and if someone's absent, then you just become a voter during that time.
I think you know I asked too many questions.
Does it expedite our building process? So I'm on the board if it does.
I cannot confirm.
We don't want-
I am not an Albany resident yet, though. That's,
Right,
There you go.
I don't have an Albany address.
residency required.
Right. I'm Freiburg, sorry.
Well, we look forward to becoming an Albany resident and hopefully signing up for.
Hopefully very soon.
Yes.
Yes. All right, I guess that's all of my questions. Do you have
Great.
anything else that you,
I think
From us?
that's the run through, yeah. So I'll wait to hear from you when you have all of the things that are needed. Basically, HEB has all their survey stuff
Yep.
done, and you have the mailing list and the fee, the check to pay for all these things. Send them in at least 20 days before whatever the next meeting is. Our meetings are always the second Monday of the month.
Okay, all right.
So if it's for next month, great. If it's not, it'll just be the next month.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right.
And please do consider civic duty.
I do have one question.
Anyway.
Is it normal for somebody to oppose a minor
Oh, yeah,
subdivision
we
like
were
this?
gonna ask
Because there's quite a few abutters, and I'm just wondering if it's like, if you ever get somebody who's like, oh no, that can't happen, and if it does, how do we proceed?
There has to be like legitimate reason.
Okay.
And so this is actually the first minor subdivision I've handled. Albany's pretty quiet. And this is about as straightforward as it gets. Can't imagine anyone really objecting.
Okay.
If they do, they have to have like actual standing, well, they have standing as an abutter, I guess, but they have to have a reason. And if it really gets contested, I'd have to look up the process.
Okay.
Can I give my 2 cents?
Yeah, please, yes.
You'd have to, I mean, it's your land.
Yeah.
If you meet the requirements for size-wise and
Yes.
frontage, you can subdivide your land.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the butter, so.
It's not like this
If-
one
if-
above.
There's probably things to worry about in life, but that's probably not one of them.
Yeah.
So
I just don't want to get like
it's
started
like,
and
you
then.
know, New Hampshire's a pretty cool state like that, so in this town, as long as you meet, I mean, if you had a 3/4 of an acre lot and you're trying to subdivide, then you'd have some
Right,
problems,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
you meet all the requirements,
Okay.
frontage, size, everything.
Yeah.
People want complaints about this, or got too much time on their hands.
Well, we've already spoken to the County Village Fire District,
I don't
so.
think anybody's gonna contest.
No,
it.
it was just
So-
more of a question. too,
Yeah, no,
because,
I get it.
You know,
Yeah.
if you're putting it out there to everybody that's around you,
Yeah,
because I said to her earlier, I'm like, it's your land, you should be able to build on it.
yeah.
We're not opening like a rock concert venue or anything, we're gonna build a house.
No, it's truly a notification, I think mostly to just inform them.
Yeah.
They can raise questions or concerns, but they, as far as I know, they can't stop the process, so long as you're meeting all the requirements, as Curtis said, of the process.
Okay.
Which, in this super simple, straightforward case, it's hard to imagine anything going awry. We'll see.
All right.
Alright, HEB, it's on my list.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
Yes,
Nice to
thank
meet
you very
everyone.
much.
Meet
Yes,
you all.
nice meeting all of you.
Next time I see you, I'll be a resident.
We hope.
So where are you now? Are you Conway now, or?
Freiburg.
Oh, you said Freiburg.
Yeah. Yeah, I've actually lived there my entire life.
Oh, wow.
You kind of grew up on Ballville.
Yeah.
all around.
Yeah.
Frederick Conway.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
nice to meet everyone.
Yeah,
Thank you
there's
very
no
much, all of you. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Curtis, especially for filling in knowledge gaps.
Well, I just hear about it on the roadside of it before, you know, I
Yeah.
hear about it on the driveway.
Yeah, it's not the first time you've heard of it,
No,
so.
so.
Yeah.
It's good.
So only other thing on the agenda really is approving minutes, and I think we can get out of here unless anyone else has any other business.
Just real briefly, the Habitat for Humanity, I see a sign up in the field. Are they gonna have to come to us with any, well, they have to for the subdivision. But have you heard if they're gonna try to build a town road or just do a
I haven't heard-
driveway?
I haven't heard anything recent. They
Oh.
came pre-pandemic before they bought it just to feel it out,
Yeah,
and they had both proposals with coordination with HEB that there's 2 ways they can go, which is split it into 4 lots, and each lot is, so there's a provision in the ordinances where you can have a single driveway service 2 lots that are adjoining or adjacent. So they're gonna potentially split it into 4 lots and create 2 driveways, each driveway serving 2 of the lots. And then the other alternative is doing a road to town spec, which is incredibly expensive and not where Habitat wants to spend their money. So their indication was if they can do the 4 lots with 2 driveways, the cheaper option, that's what they're gonna do. But they could subdivide it into many more lots if they did a road, so I don't know. It's up to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that sign's new, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw the
sign is
sign, I saw the sign,
I
I just.
noticed that,
cause,
too.
Yeah, they bought it fine.
So it is there, so.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Alright, minutes, April 10th. Everyone get a chance to read the April 10th minutes? Yes, no? Motion?
I wasn't here for it.
Attendees Aver.
Do you want me to pull them up?
Did it? I can't.
I'll pull them up.
I just can't remember if I was here.
Yeah, I'll pull them up. I don't remember either.
I hate to vote on it.
I know I wasn't here.
Yeah, cause you were out.
Mhm.
Alright. Yep, Curtis Morris and myself. Here are the minutes. Kathy Golding's resignation, and that was about it.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay,
I'll second.
thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Alright.
You're abstaining, Brian.
Each day,
Yeah.
yes.
Problem with the survey is they're all so behind.
I know, I thought at first they said they had been there, but then
Yeah,
Turn
it
out
just
to
takes so much time. You feel for these people that.
Alright, May 8th. This is a pretty short meeting too. Oh, this is the one where we did no video. Yeah. That's the minutes. Morris, Kelly, and myself. So I guess Morris, you
I'll
want
make a motion to approve.
Alright, I'll second. Discussion, hearing none. All those in favor? Aye. Abstains?
Yeah.
Okay. And then last month was cancelled. That's it. Anyone have anything else? Hearing none?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Alright.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion, meeting adjourned at